The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers tease that Hope and Liam will have a blissful staycation honeymoon. The two will revel in their love and plan for their future, and they'll probably temporarily forget the wedding day hiccup that occurred at their reception. Of course, that hiccup was the cake fight between Taylor and Brooke. The fierce moms just couldn't keep themselves from getting into it. The tension had been brewing for several days, and finally came to a head when Taylor lashed out at Brooke, accusing Brooke and Hope of quickly locking Liam into marriage because they know that the woman he really loves is Steffy. But is Taylor right about that? Sure, the wedding did happen with lightning fast speed, and so did the almost wedding that happened earlier this summer. And Brooke did counsel Hope to marry Liam as quickly as possible, both times. But Hope was really never the one to push for a quick wedding. So, if anyone, it's Brooke who wanted to swiftly lock Liam into a marriage. From the moment Hope decided to pursue Liam again, Brooke took it upon herself to push the two of them together. Her pushiness escalated to the point of her bashing Steffy's character to Liam and demanding that he choose Hope. One wonders why Brooke wanted to rush and push so much. It could be because she knows that Liam is a classic waffler and just needed some help deciding his future. Or, Taylor could be right, perhaps Brooke was afraid that Liam really loved Steffy more and wanted to seal the deal with a wedding before he had a chance to sort it all out. All this said, it's clearly the case that Liam loves Hope and wanted to marry her as much as she wanted to marry him. In fact, Liam seemed relieved when Steffy took herself out of the equation and chose to go her own way. Liam will always love Steffy, but he likely would have had ongoing difficulties dealing with the fact that Steffy slept with Bill, no matter how much he thought he was over it. So, where does that leave us? Yes, Brooke may have wanted to lock Liam into the marriage. But it doesn't seem that Hope did, and it does seem that Liam made the decision to marry Hope on his own. And now Liam, Hope, and Steffy are going to try to come together as a successful extended, blended family and live in peace. What's your take on the situation? Do you think that Liam acted freely and willingly in marrying Hope? At Brooke's, after the wedding ceremony, everyone celebrated Hope and Liam. The bride and groom kissed. Photos of the wedding scene flipped through on screen like a photo book, but Ridge, Taylor, and Steffy looked unhappy. Wyatt proposed a toast to the happy couple. "I love you both and wish you guys a lifetime of happiness," Wyatt said. Bridget congratulated Hope, her baby sister, and noted that Hope had wanted to marry Liam for so long, and dreams really do come true. Donna and Katie chimed in that they were way too young to be great aunts again, but they couldn't wait for the newest Logan baby. "We're always gonna be here for you," Donna said. Katie and Bridget agreed. Ridge sighed and wished Liam and Hope well and hoped they'd found happiness. Liam thanked everyone for sharing in the special day. Steffy chimed in that she was really happy for the both of you. Liam and Hope thanked Steffy and agreed they appreciated her. Hope said that being together was a big step forward. Hope noted that they plan to put all differences aside and make it work, all of us together. Steffy nodded. Donna told Carter it had been a lovely ceremony, and the crowd agreed. Taylor stepped up and said she had a few words to say. She noted that everyone had had their say about Hope and Liam, but she had something to say. Steffy looked shocked, and Brooke interrupted. Brooke said that Donna was about to start the music and dancing. Taylor was quiet for a moment. Brooke walked over to Taylor and whispered that Taylor could voice her opinion in private. Brooke refused to allow Taylor to ruin the wedding. Taylor hissed that Steffy was devastated, and no one gave a damn. "This isn't about you or Steffy," Brooke said. She added that she'd known it had been a mistake to invite Taylor to the wedding. Brooke escorted Taylor to the kitchen. In the kitchen, Charlie and Pam were putting the finishing touches on the wedding cake, and Brooke said she needed to speak to Taylor privately. Charlie said there was plenty of room for all of them in the kitchen, but Brooke asked them to leave. Pam and Charlie quickly exited. Brooke encouraged Taylor to say whatever she wanted, since they were in private. Taylor let loose with an emotional outburst. "This is all a mistake, and it never should have happened," Taylor shouted. She cried that her daughter, Liam, and their baby had been cheated out of their family all because of Bill Spencer. Taylor blamed him and his manipulations for Liam choosing to marry Hope. Brooke argued that Liam loved Hope and always had. Taylor countered that Brooke had done everything she could to destroy Steffy's family just as Brooke had destroyed Taylor's family and stolen Ridge. Taylor insisted that Liam's real love was Steffi. Brooke reminded Taylor that the wedding had nothing to do with their pasts. She accused Taylor of showing up only to ruin the day and called her a bitter, jealous woman. Taylor scoffed and said, "Jealous of what? You?" Taylor laughed and glared at the cake and said it was a symbol of all that Brooke had stolen from Steffi. Brooke told Taylor she was crazy. Taylor poked a finger into the cake and licked her finger, claiming it was buttercream frosting and very good. Brooke was alarmed, and Taylor put her hand up to the cake to dig in again. "You wouldn't dare," Brooke hissed and warned Taylor to get away from the cake. Taylor dug her hand into an entire layer of the cake and tasted it. She said it wasn't too bad. She held up the giant handful of cake and shoved it into Brooke's face. Taylor laughed maniacally. "Now you can have your cake and eat it, too," Taylor said. Brooke was covered in cake and grabbed a layer and shoved it into Taylor's hair. An all-out food fight ensued, and they threw cake at each other and dropped it all over the floor where they started to slip and slide on the frosting. While Brooke and Taylor were gone from the main party, Steffi showed Liam photos of Kelly. "Look at our girl," Liam cooed. Wyatt and Sally shared a kiss and said the wedding had been enjoyable. Xander and Emma were thrilled to be at their first big Forrester wedding, and Emma said it had been a nice event and was chill. Xander agreed and said it was almost too chill for a Forrester wedding. Thorne and Katie kissed and discussed that they had gotten together during a Forrester wedding, and they were glad to have connected with one another. Steffi and Hope shared a moment and promised again that there would be no more conflict and no more fighting. Suddenly, they realized their mothers had been alone in the kitchen for far too long. Steffi and Hope entered the kitchen and caught their mothers fighting and throwing cake. "Mom!" they both shouted. "What are you doing?" Steffi yelled. "Put the cake down," Hope ordered them. Taylor and Brooke tried to make excuses, but Hope noted that the cake was ruined. Taylor insisted that the wedding should never have happened and that Brooke and her family were ruining Steffi's family exactly the same way that Brooke had ruined Taylor's family in the past. Steffi was furious and said that she and Hope didn't want the anger and resentment that Brooke and Taylor had shared all their lives. Brooke apologized and said that she and Taylor had let anger get the best of them. Taylor apologized to Steffi. Steffi and Hope were unsympathetic. They ordered their mothers to get back to the reception. Brooke and Taylor said they couldn't return to the reception covered in cake. "The two of you deserve a little walk of shame," Hope said. Steffi agreed. Hope, Steffi, Brooke, and Taylor returned to the party. Pam looked pained and assumed the cake was ruined. The rest of the guests smirked and drank their drinks. "I actually hear it's good luck in some cultures," Thorne said with a smile. Quinn asked if there was any cake left. Steffi and Hope agreed their mothers had something to say. Brooke apologized and said she and Taylor had gotten a little carried away. Brooke noted that Steffi and Hope had wanted peace in the family and had set an example for everyone. Brooke apologized for letting everyone down. Taylor agreed she was also sorry. Brooke walked over to Liam to apologize, and Steffi met privately with Taylor. "This isn't normal," Steffi said to her mother. Taylor said she was fine. She tried to hug Steffi, but Steffi held up her hand to stop her. They promised to talk later. Brooke apologized to Liam, and he smirked and asked if the cake was good. Brooke laughed and said it was delicious. Ridge joined Brooke and picked some cake off of her shoulder and ate it. "It's almost as sweet as you," he said with a laugh. Ridge kissed Brooke and wound up with cake and frosting all over his face. Everyone laughed. Later, Brooke and Ridge were alone, and Brooke apologized for nearly ruining the wedding. Brooke said she'd known it was a bad idea to have Taylor at the wedding. Ridge told her to forget about it because they had celebrated Hope and Liam together, and that had been a success. Brooke said she was proud of Hope and Steffi, who had been way more mature than Taylor and I were at that age. Ridge raised an eyebrow, and Brooke acknowledged that she and Taylor had still not shown maturity. Ridge and Brooke laughed and agreed it had been a great day, food fight and all. At the cabin, Liam spread flowers and candles around the room. Hope hindered in sexy lingerie. "You have outdone yourself, Liam Spencer." "It's beautiful," Hope said. Liam said he hadn't had enough time to plan a real honeymoon, but they would have one. Hope said she didn't need to go anywhere. "I just want to be here with my handsome husband," she said. She opened her robe and showed off some sexy underwear. Hope and Liam made love and later reminisced about the day with a flashback of the entire